Welcome everybody to Forza Motorsport 6, and today we're taking a look at the 1969 Toyota 2000 GT. Right, now this was a car that was made in collaboration with Yamaha, who originally went to Nissan with a prototype version of this car, but they declined and Toyota accepted, and they did so primarily to improve their image as a car maker, because Toyota up until that point had primarily made practical but stodgy cars. And yeah, this was made to improve their image, and fair to say that it worked, quite frankly, because this was reviewed favourably alongside Porsches and Jaguars of the time. And the main reason for that is down to the engine, which we'll take a look at now. Yeah, Yamaha made this. It was originally based off an already Toyota made engine, but Yamaha improved it with several features like double overhead cams. But yeah, the power went up a fair amount, and it now produced 150 horsepower, 130 foot-pounds of torque from its 2-litre inline-six engine, which, granted, isn't as much as you'd expect from a car that was reviewed favourably to Jaguars and Porsches, who had more power than this, but this wasn't exactly heavy car either, so yeah, and the looks as well, no doubt, proved favourable. Also has these no, don't open the bonnet, you silly car. Also has these side panels on both sides. I'm not sure what's in there, but I know that there's a battery in the other one. There it is. It says room in the engine bay. And yeah, 69 models onwards had air conditioning, as you can see by the, I think you can see the slats underneath the front of the bumper. And yeah, rear wheel drive, and also quite practical as well, as you can see. So yeah, only 351 of these were ever made in production terms. There were a few race car versions, but one of them actually got totaled. But yeah, 351 total made, and yeah, they go sell for upwards of $1.2 million now. These are, and it's wisely because basically this was the first Toyota sports car they ever made. And quite frankly, if this had been a backlash and not been received well, you might not have had your Celicas, your Supras, or your MR2s. So yeah, this is basically where all of that started. Anyway, we're going to take this onto the track and see how it does. Right, we're at Brands Hatch. Take it round on the first lap and talk through it on the second lap. So yeah, the best thing about this car in terms of a driving experience is easily the sound of the engine. I know it doesn't produce all that amount of much power, 150 horsepower isn't a lot even back then, but it sounds so good, especially when it hits 6,000 RPM. And yeah, it also looks great, and on the whole driving is good because it came standard with a limited slip differential, and all four wheels had limited powered disc brakes, which not many cars that had even more power than this had at that time, especially muscle cars. So yeah, it's got all the aspects of a sports car from a car manufacturer that never made one at that point. And a lot of that is down to how good Yamaha were at the time. Yeah, handling wise though, thanks to the really thin tyres, isn't the best, and it isn't helped by the somewhat wallowy suspension, but if it had wider tyres it would be a lot better. And I recommend, if you want to at least drive this mechanically stock, widen the tyres up a bit and you'll have a lot more fun with it. But I still enjoy it nonetheless, and a lot of that is down to the fact that this was seen in a James Bond movie, You Only Live Twice, released in 1967, and yeah, notable for being a roofless version of this car, purely because Sean Connery couldn't fit into the car at the time because it was 6'2", and yeah, this is a really cramped car to say the least. So they asked Toyota to make two versions of this car with no roof, and they did it in 2 weeks, which is pretty good of them, to be fair, considering they didn't have to do that at all. But it also helped, I guess, with the image that they were trying to make Toyota of being a car manufacturer that could do more than stodgy practical cars. So yeah, overall I love this car. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.